we go. Recording in progress. Okay, so before we get started, I actually do need to pull up the survey real quick. Go ahead and I just wish there was a way to minimize, but I don't think there is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share this with you guys in chat. Okay, so honestly, like everything's gonna go good. That's the only context really. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because Zoom's very limited on time, you know. All right, there we go. Present. There we go. Okay, if the present button would work. Okay, why is it not loading? Is it loading up for you guys?
Yeah, I have it.
There we go. It's just a little slow on my end. I might have to go clean up my computer. Oh, that's missing, but this is my training module. I'm gonna put you guys to the side over here. There we go. So overview of the training module. What is Grand Canyon University? What's the culture of it? Why is resident and resident director assistant important? Why are we learning diversity? And how can we handle modern climates? Grand Canyon University was established in 1949. It's ranked number 6 for the best one in the country and number 18 for the best campus in the country, according to Niche. And it's ranked number 1 for campuses within Arizona. GCU's that 6 are built based upon a Christian worldview, landscape. Continuing on with that, this is the community based on population. There's 62% females, 38% male, 51% white, 27% Hispanic, 6% multi-ethnic, and 6% Black. This is based on 2018-2019 school year. So the numbers are due to change, but another thing you can notice as well is that the school has been rapidly expanding. So that's the whole reason I'm bringing this up. An example of community events would be, sports events, kind of like the main one with NCAA and like basketball, rugby, baseball, softball, track. Then you also got intramural sport events, plays and productions. You got prep rallies like Midnight Madness and Lip Sync, which are there to celebrate school. And then you got video game tournaments, movie nights, and worship nights. Okay. Why is it important to understand the community of a culture? Because, well, for your position, it is important to understand it because you get to learn about the community, you get to give context about the culture of the school. It allows you to build your own identity. It gives you something fun to do because, we're in college. This is the only time you get to really do anything. And it allows you to get a total understanding of the students. So what is a resident assistant? Since you guys are coming into this, I might as well give you a refresher. A resident assistant is a group of students that work on different floors in the same apartment. The goal is to build a good community with your floor and the building. According to a blog written by Grand Canyon University, it states that when you're an RA, the main goal is to be a positive. The position is to make sure that all the students in the floor are living peacefully. Sometimes you have to help roommates work through conflict. You also have to spend time uplifting them on their hard days and doing fun activities on their good days. Next one. When it comes to gotta go back one. When it comes to a resident assistant director, sorry, this image is kind of a little uncanny valley, but a resident director is a live-in master's degree program who handles all the operations at once. They essentially reside on campus on an on-campus apartment. So they work on one apartment during their appointment, and they are charged to change the environment and the experience for the resident students, but they're also charged with the RAs as well. All right. So I'm going to ask one question. Tori or Victoria, right? I think that's how you say it.
Yes.
I got a question. Oh, what is your degree plan? Sorry to throw that on you.
My degree plan right now, I'm currently looking at some type of bachelor's in psychology and just looking at how people work and function with each other.
That's cool. It's like psychology. That's a really interesting one. I mean, that's what I almost picked up for a minor actually. I almost picked up psychology, but I picked up something else because I felt like I needed more materials. But psychology is a really cool degree. I know a lot of people who are doing that. All right. So the current state of GCU based on diversity is, oh, there we go. Now I got something really good. Is based on, just gonna put you guys right there. Is based on United by Purpose. Now I know that there's a lot of text here, so I'm just gonna summarize it down for you. In the first one, United by Purpose, is essentially the goal of it is to grow the West Phoenix community and to, create more jobs for it. Stuff like Canyon 49, which is like a Red Robin type business for GCU. You have the GCU Hotel, which hasn't been used for regular assistant residents in a while due to COVID. And you got many other businesses that have been built upon Grand Canyon University, as there are like two different departments for it. GC values the pursuit of truth and finds the right understanding and the convergence of viewpoints, backgrounds, and ideas. The whole goal with the United by Purpose is to create a good community, create a good culture, and create good diversity surrounding the school and also surrounding West Phoenix, since they live in a more, poor type area. Yeah. Oh, sorry for the sound crackling, but essentially it's more like a Department of Diversity, which is like the whole goal to include inclusion, but also it's to do connect back to United by Purpose, which I'll mention here. So there are a bunch of problems when it comes to diversity on universities currently. There's language barriers, which is some people don't know how to speak English, or some people don't even know how to speak Spanish. Cultural differences, stuff like some people have Hispanic cultures and traditions. Some people have white cultures and traditions. Some people have Black cultures and traditions. You have sex-based, race-based, and religious-based discrimination, which religious-based is the one that I see the least amount, but I see sex-based discrimination the most. Clashing viewpoints, stuff like, Republicans versus Democrats, that type of viewpoint. Overregulation of media, stuff like people worried that their music is getting censored too much, or that they're worried that they're trying to fill a quota rather than build a culture. And rapid expansion, as we're getting one new building built, and we have 3 new apartments that were built last year, and that they're going to continue to build more and more based on this. These are problems that exist both within and outside of GCU. The role of an RA. So your role as it with, conflicts of censorship, your role is to calm the tension between roommates who are feeling censored. For sex, religion, or race-based discrimination, your goal is to educate and calm the tensions between roommates. And for language barriers and cultural differences, your role is to educate the tensions between the roommates, which means that you're kind of going to help them out a little bit with their problems in general. Yes, culture is kind of a minimalistic thing, but it's a important one. So now we're going to go on to one more question since we're running low on time. What influences do you think could drive conflict? Or
Who do you want to answer that, Andrew?
I think I think I could have you answer that one.
What influence do I think drives conflict?
Yeah.
Miscommunication. Lack
Definitely,
of
that's
understanding where
definitely.
the other person's coming from.
Yeah. I mean, as well as you're definitely right, because like in the Zoom call, I've had a couple of audio issues. So yeah. All right. So the final thing I do want to mention before we end off the training session is the modern controversial climate. So let's just say that another major controversy happens, last year. Like last year, there was a huge protest that hit Minneapolis, and a bunch of more protests rose up from that protest. I think the George Floyd conflict. And the reason why I'm bringing up, this and bringing in culture and diversity into the training program is because it's important to understand it. Because last year in 2020, Brian Mueller made a statement kind of saying that their whole goal is to bring inclusion and diversity to Grand Canyon University. So what they're doing is they are essentially, working on trying to diversify more of these programs. Our goal is to maintain a positive student culture with our positions. So as RAs and RDs, if a major conflict happens or arises, we want to make sure that we maintain positive culture here on campus because we want to make that student experience good for everyone here. And that is the end of the session. There is a survey that is going to be linked in the chat below. Just make sure to go ahead and answer it. And I hope you guys have a good day. Okay, we got it.
Thank you.
Stop the share, and I gotta